Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So today we are here to see how can we download and install the IBM QRadar SIEM Community Edition. So let's get started. So basically we will be installing this particular image for the QRadar Community Edition over our VMware Workstation. So if you are using the VMware Workstation or any other hypervisor like VirtualBox, so you can follow the same procedure from here. So let's get started. So you just have to search for the IBM QRadar communities and download on Google or anything else. So you will be redirected to this official IBM site. So I will provide the link in the description also. So from here you can just click on the download QRadar community edition. So you will be redirected to a login page. So if you already have an account on the IBM portal, so you can just sign in from there, and after signing in you will be redirected to this particular download page. So basically the community edition provides 100 EPS and 5000 flows. So EPS is for the events per second and flows are your network flows. So this is the basic license that community edition comes with. Moving ahead to the download page. So 7.5 was the previous version, so latest 7.6 is released I think within this month only. So it's the latest version, and it's a good part of IBM that they are providing this as a community edition for testing or educational purpose. So there are multiple files here, so you just have to download this ISO file. Once you click here, the download will start, and at the last you have to download this license key directly from here. So after downloading the ISO, you just have to go to your VMware Workstation. So here you have to create a new virtual machine. Now make sure you follow the right step from here. So just select the custom option here. Moving ahead, this will leave as default. Now choose the second option from there. Now you can select the Red Hat version 8 here. Moving ahead, you can name your virtual machine. So I will name it as QRadar SIM. Now from here you can choose from which directory you want to install this particular image. So you can choose this as per your requirement, wherever you are getting a minimum space of 200 GB. So once you select the location for installation, then you can move ahead. Here you have to provide the processor configuration. So by default, or the basic recommendation from IBM is you have to provide 4 cores minimum. So this will be particular one, and here you have to provide the 4 cores. Now you have to configure the memory size. So 24 GB is the recommended size from IBM, but if you want to use some custom applications for like the use case manager or any other application, so minimum as per my experience you should provide 32 GB of RAM. Now it totally depends on your system, so I will be providing this particular instance 32 GB of RAM. Then moving ahead, here you can choose the bridge network. So basically it will access the same network which your host machine is having. Now you can leave it as default. Moving ahead, you have to select the disk type. So NVMe is basically previously not supported from IBM's QRadar images, so I will recommend here to select the SATA drive. It doesn't matter if you are using NVMe or hard disks at the backend, but you can select SATA here. Moving ahead, you have to select the default option here. So now you have to provide the disk size. So basic recommendation from IBM is you have to provide a minimum of 150 GB. If you are having in the system, it's pretty good, and otherwise I will suggest to provide at least 200 GB of disk for this particular instance. Then you can select the store virtual disk as a single file. Now here you have to select the allocate all disk space now, and store virtual disk as a single file. So this will be your final configuration, so you can just review this same. Now this will set up the configurations and will create a new instance for this particular image. So as you can see, our configurations are ready. So now we have to do is we have to attach the ISO file that we have downloaded from the official IBM website. So just click on the CD DVD SATA option here, and here you have to provide your the ISO image for that particular image that you have downloaded. So here I have chosen the image that I have downloaded from the IBM site. So once this is selected, you can just power on the machine. So here you can see all the requirements fulfilled here that we configured in the starting. That's why this is starting the installation. In case the recommended configurations are not met, then it will ask you to fulfill the same. So this will take more than a half an hour. So since we have our own hardware, so we have to select the software install only. So you can just press the space button then click on the next. Now now you have to select the functionality. So since we are using a all-in-one console, so we will be selecting the by default all-in-one option here. Moving ahead, you can go to next. Now you can select the type of setup, so it will be normal. Now you can change the time format here. I will kept it as default for now. You can change the continent accordingly. So I will be selecting Asia here. Then you can select the time zone. So for me it's Kolkata. So you will be selecting the IPv4. Now you can define the interface here. So by default one interface is available, so we'll be choosing this. Now you have to provide the network setup here. So you can provide the host name for this particular image. So it can be anything as per your requirement. Now you can provide the IP address. So it's based on your router configuration, you can provide accordingly. Choosing the primary DNS as Google's IP only. So if you are having any sort of confusion in setting up the network, so you can just open the command prompt on the main host and you can just go to the IP config details here. So you will see this is the main interface for the host, and here you can see the subnet, and this is the gateway. So accordingly you can configure the same in the QRadar. So the host is assigned this particular IP. Now you can just assign the similar IP in this particular subnet. So I have assigned the same here, you can see. Moving ahead, so this will validate the network settings. Once this is done, this will move forward. So you can see this is asking for the admin password here, so you can just type the password here, This will be used for logging to the admin account in the console. I can select the root password here, so it is the CLI password. Now this will again set up the required configurations. Once this is done, so you will be redirected to the CLI for login. So hey guys, as you can see, the installation is completed. So let's move on. So as you can see, we have been logged into the CLI. So we just have to see the status for the Tomcat, if it is running or not. So as you can see, the Tomcat is running. So now what we have to do is we have to open the browser and just move on to the IP that we have assigned. Make sure you keep the HTTPS in the starting. So just click on the advanced and proceed. So as you can see, our IBM console UI is up, and you can just log in to the credentials that you have set up in the starting. So as this is the first time, so this will take few minutes. So as you can see, by default 30 days license will be there. Again, this will take few minutes depending upon your system. So let me go to the admin tab and just help you out how can we upload the license key. So you just have to go to the admin tab and just click on the system and licenses management. So from here you can just click on the upload license button. You can upload the file that you have downloaded. So once you upload the file, just click on the upload button. Just confirm. So the upload will be completed. Now we have to allocate the license. So once you have uploaded the key, you can just click on the allocate license to system. So you can see the license key will appear here. So this is by default that IBM provides, that is 100 EPS and 5000 flows. So you can just click on the allocate, so it will allocate it to your main host. So as you can see, this is allocated successfully. So now we have to deploy the changes that we made. So you can just click on the deploy license changes here. So this will allocate the license and restart all the services. Again, this will take few minutes. So that's how you can upload the license key. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys like the video. So let me know in case you face any queries while installing this particular instance. Thank you guys.